Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? This is the No Pigeon Podcast, and today I want to discuss, or more so react, to a video in regards to Michael Jackson. And for those who don't know, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, just like the rest of the world is, but in the last 30 years or so, he got really demonized, and in the last 5 to 10, they kind of went a little harder during that whole Me Too thing, right? Because they, for some reason, wanted to crucify a man that's since gone and has never been convicted of any crimes. But you know, that's kind of how the Me Too movement went. It was a lot of trial by what you call it, public opinion, right? The court of public opinion is what they used. So I thought it was ridiculous, and they did a lot of in the last 30 or so years, they really went in on his sexuality and certain words I don't even want to say on here because, you know, trigger alert and, YouTube policies and whatnot. But yeah, they really did him foul. And I think he was innocent. I know he was innocent, right? Because the first person came out and said his father kind of put him up to it. And if the first case was bull off the bat, then just logically, you'd have to see everything else after that was bull, but they don't want to accept that. So it's whatever, right? Bullshit. I can say that. But so I'm going to react to a compilation called Michael Jackson, the Womanizer. And this basically shows him loving off on the women. Let's go.
That if people hear a lie long enough, people believe it. That people have lied on me. I'm a black American and I'm proud of it. And I'm honored of it. The bleached skin rumor.
You hear that? They would always mock him and say that he wasn't proud to be black. And y'all all heard it too. Everybody heard it, right? So this ain't nothing new.
Which is a rumor. I'm proud of it. And I'm honored of it. The bleached skin rumor, which is a rumor. I don't bleach my skin.
He don't bleach his skin. It was vitiligo.
I'm not gay.
The assistant comes in like, you guys can have a seat.
Y'all heard that, right? But of course, you guys don't want to hear that. You're gonna, a lot of y'all haters want to take it as a guilty man just in denial or something. Do you live your life? But
So we sit down. He comes in. He's tall.
Pharrell and Tyler
Standing there. Two beautiful women walk in.
Oh yeah, Michael was a tall dude too. I think he was like, don't quote me, but I think he was like 6'2" or something. I don't know, because I remember watching the video on his beef with Prince, and Prince was the short dude. Prince was probably like 5'4" or 5'5" or something like that. I don't know, but
He kisses one.
Oh.
Like full on. It's a moment. It ain't like no peck. It's like a real situation.
Black girl, white girl.
They look Brazilian. So I'm like,
Ooh.
wow.
Anybody in the comments, who are the most beautiful women in the world? Because I think Brazilian is up there for sure. Brazilian is up there for me. Also, Senegalese women, I think, are some of the most beautiful women. At least some of the ones I seen were gorgeous, but yeah.
He's a G.
Shauna Mongatal was a 23-year-old receptionist when she first met Michael.
He is a normal man. He's a red-blooded man. He's very flirtatious. He loves women.
1988, and Michael was at the height of his fame. I had gone to New York to see him.
Oh, she looked like the big sister on what was that show, Smart Guy, with the Maori. That's who she looked like. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
On his Bad tour, he performed a concert at Madison Square Garden, and by some stroke of luck, I ended up in his hotel room after the show at this after party that he was throwing, and Michael was there. And eventually, Michael came over and introduced himself to me. He reached out his hand to shake my hand, and I shook his hand.
Oh, let's hear what happened with Michael when Michael grabbed her hand. Let's hear this.
And then when I tried to let go of his hand, he kept holding on to my hand, and then he slid his hand all the way down mine. And from that moment on,
to the doubters, does that sound like he wasn't interested in women? Because I know a lot of y'all, black people too, a lot of y'all was saying he don't like women. So I heard some foul things said about him, but I mean, I'm one of the few people that always defended him because I never really believed those rumors. I mean, it just didn't add up. A lot of the shit did not add up, you know. Even though he was very secret about his personal life, other people will come out and talk about his life and talk about the women and all the stuff he's been doing. So yeah.
And I knew that there was more to Michael than met the eye. I knew he liked the ladies.
Wow. Well,
was Michael Jackson gay?
absolutely not.
You said.
Wasn't that his ex-wife? That the last one we just seen, the absolutely not. Wasn't that his ex-wife? I don't know, but don't quote me on that. But I feel like it was.
Say that with conviction.
He would always, like when...
Oh snap! Elvis's daughter died too. He married her too, right? Yeah, she just passed a couple days ago. That's crazy. Rest in peace.
Ever we were, he would always kind of, he called it fishing.
Good fish! Whoa! Whoa!
Good fish. So you called the women fish, huh? All right, let's see. Let's see how that plays out.
That's a good fish right there.
There's some good fish. There's some good fish back there. Oh, Michael was a creep. I ain't mad at him though.
That one right there. Look at her titties. Her titties.
Look at the titties. Look at the titties. Whoa, holy rewind.
Good fish right there. Oh, look at that one right there. Look at her titties. Her titties.
He called it fishing. He'd look around for all the hot girls.
Get some more fish right there. Some more fish.
More fish. Get some more fish right there. Get some more fish. Oh man, Mike. You know what's crazy? When I was a kid, I had seen the what was it I seen? I seen something. I think it was a Michael Jackson like biopic or something like that, or Jackson's biopic. And there was a scene they tried to like portray where like his brothers would be having sex with the groupies, and he'd be in the room like, no, like traumatized or something. But they were like trying to imply that he was the way he was because the trauma, and it was just such bullshit. But it was such a narrative. It was a narrative by the media. They went full force against him. They went full force from every news source, agents and people in the entertainment business and they had comedians going against them. They had everybody. There was a talk show. You know what I'm saying? Talk shows was mocking them. Jay Leno was mocking them. They were all mocking them. It was disgusting. It really was. It was a whole, it was just a fucking attack. It was a whole attack.
Tight up her shirt. Tight up her shirt. Tight up her shirt.
And
Yeah,
he'd,
you gotta leave that snap.
Turkle, that one's really hot. Oh, look, look how her hair just swirls. She's
So
hot.
you don't think that was an act?
No.
What?
That
That he was doing for me?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
did he ever comment on young men?
No.
No.
You see how they try to frame that narrative about men? They're always talking about, like, it's always the media coming with this. People that knew him personally, from his wide female friends, male friends, lovers, agents, bodyguards, they all come out and they say, nah, that shit did not happen. Michael liked the women. But did he ever say anything about little boys? Where was that narrative coming from? It was coming from them. They're the ones that framed that, and they're the ones that sicken the mind of the majority of people.
I don't think they fully got how much of a real man he was, coming from a different generation, a different conception, of the way to be masculine.
In talking to L.A. Reid and in talking to Teddy Riley, guys who spent a lot of time with him, they both told me stories about these.
Me, baby. Y'all know about Teddy Riley? Y'all know about Guy?
Women in the studio. Okay, I mean, it's an interesting thing. I was, everyone has their perceptions of what Michael.
Also, I don't know if the volume was too loud for y'all, but I noticed in the last couple of videos, the videos I'm reacting to are kind of quiet. So, I put up the levels a little bit. Hopefully, it's loud as fuck in my headphones, but hopefully it's not too loud for y'all. But I guess we'll find out the hard way.
It was about. But I tell you what, L.A. Reid is a guy I know very well. I know Teddy Riley very well. These are very straight guys. And they're telling me that Michael had fine-ass women in the studio hanging out with him. To be around the turn of the century.
That's a shame that they even had to like say it like it was a surprise or something, like it was some kind of shock. You know what I mean? When it was so many women throughout history that kind of, you know, I don't know if they were signing NDAs or whatever, because later some of them started coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, me and Mike got freaky," but I don't know. It was weird. There's a lot of silence.
So he goes to a party with Michael. Michael's asking him, "Where's Beyonce?" Because he's never met Beyonce at this point. Because he wanted to see her, and he made a reference about her derriere.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I would have been asking for Kelly. I mean, what Kelly rolling at? With a sexy ass everything.
Beyonce at this point, because he wanted to see her, and he made a reference about her derriere. And he goes, "I want to see the girl with
that ass."
He comes over. He introduced her to Beyonce.
Man, it's a derriere.
Then Michael sees a woman in the crowd, and bring her over. Michael chats with her. Michael does not take her phone number. As any well-known star knows, you never take the phone number. Your man takes the phone number. So this guy ends up getting the number from Michael. So it's interesting that there's this whole narrative about Michael as a heterosexual male, hanging out with guys I know who are very heterosexual male.
You know what I'm saying? So then I go and...
Did it? I mean, when I was in elementary school, I don't know why people used to always say he was Somali. And then I heard some rumor that his dad was Moroccan. I don't know, but he does look Somali as fuck. Like, he looks aggressively Somali. Just saying.
And I find Mike. I'm like, "Mike, what's up? What you doing here? Yeah. Thanks for coming." And then so I get him a booth. We go to the booth. We start chit-chatting. And so right there, he has his arm, bring that up so they can see his arm around me. But then you don't see the shot of him whispering in my ear. Right after the shot was taken, he whispers in my ear. He says, "Where's Beyonce?"
Really? Really?
So he been creeping on Beyonce. Like, this is from time.
Wow.
Came to the party to holler at Beyonce. This was before Jay-Z, though. You know what I'm saying? He came to the party to holler at Beyonce, finds her, and dances with Beyonce in the party.
Cool.
Yeah. Mike was smooth, Jack.
Some elderly fish. Okay, Michael, you freak. Elderly fish.
Square, New York City, where people have come together at a time when we need everyone to come together. Here.
Oh my God! You see that look in his face. He enjoying this hug.
In Times Square, all brought together by this man in the blue shirt, the invincible one, Michael Jackson.
Michael chats with her. Michael does not take her phone number. As any well-known star knows, you never take the phone number.
The homie, your man takes the number, of course.
Man takes the phone number.
Yeah.
We have wrote it down.
Wrote down what? Oh, her number. The fish. He trying to get the fish. He trying to get the cell phone number from the fish. I also heard that Michael actually had a very deep voice. Like, people that knew him would say that he just, when he's speaking, his speaking voice was a lot deeper or something. I don't know. What work? Oh, the belly button. I've seen this before. The belly button. Yeah. How does it work? I bet you want to know how it works. She got a Playboy money? She over here walking around all innocent? Okay. When did Playboy bunnies become so like socially accepted with, like, you know what I mean, teenagers and shit like that? They be wearing them like little funny ass. And she look older than she letting off. This one. Yo, this chick look mad weird though. Like, I probably still smashed though, but she look weird as hell. Like, something going on over there in her head. You see that smile? Oh shit! What'd he say? He said, "Man." Do I see something sticking out? He said to Michael. You nasty.
Let her. No hug. Yeah, let her.
Okay. Let her in, man. Let her in, man. I'll let her in too.
Let her. She won't hurt you.
Oh man, this music in the background. This is really gonna give me a copyright strike. Fuck.
Go ahead.
You know, anyone knows you can't fuck with Michael Jackson music on any video.
To give you a hug, of course.
But I'm gonna still upload it just because, you know, I love Michael.
Give me more than a hug. To give you a hug, of course. Give me more than a hug. To give you a hug, of course. Give me more than a hug.
You can give me more than a hug. Okay, Michael. Yeah, and y'all think that's gay, I guess? I guess so.
I met him first in 77.
And most of this footage is, it's not like he's doing some publicity stunt. This is just like some, you know what I mean? Like some casual whatever, like nothing's really, none of it look planned. So I don't know.
They were first signed to Epic Records and did a first project with Gamble and Huff called Going Places and worked with them.
But Emilian, when you hear people make the allegation
that's
that
him.
he was behind closed doors a monster to children.
I recognize that head.
Well, the fact
Pause.
is right now is, you know, to convict a person when he's dead is like, okay.
It's foul. You know. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? Even Oprah, she played all buddy with him in his face, and when he passed away, she put out Leaving Neverland. And when it came out that it was hella inconsistencies from the architect that worked on the Leaving Neverland, he said there was too much inconsistencies and it was lies. She deleted all that content from her YouTube channel and her Facebook, I think. You see what I'm saying? Like her and Gail been persecuting black men for a hot minute.
You know, he's not here to defend himself, so what can you say? But then my thoughts are, you know, I knew Michael as a different person. You know, so I never knew Michael like that or that side of Michael. He's a regular guy. He was chasing
that side
girls.
of Michael didn't exist.
Yeah, we knew him to do that.
He was the big girl chaser.
Never. Listen, Michael, when he spent time with Diana Ross with The Wiz, he always had this admiration for Diana Ross when he was young. And I think it got to a point where he really loved her and he really liked her, still to this day. And she was just this dream for him. And he had this ongoing, just a fascination for her.
I think at that time everybody loved Diana, but let's just say an OG friend of mine said she can't sing for shit. That's what he told me, right? I don't know. I'd rather bump Aretha Franklin anyways, but you know what I mean? Or what's her name? When I remember her name, I'll get it back to you.
He loved her.
And I was dating Michael back then. I thought I was going to marry Michael.
Well, she knows that.
You know what I want to say? Michael is very much
Stephanie
a
Mills.
man. And he was very loving. He was very caring.
You know what?
Because he lived on Sutton Place, and he was filming the Wiz movie, and I used to go over and spend the night, and I would do his laundry.
Wow.
And we would go down to the laundry together. So Michael is not what they're all. He's very...
Oh, so you doing his laundry, he just follow you there like, hey, can you make sure to clean my underwear too while you at it? He just standing there. That's funny, Mike.
He's very real, and and I've never spoke about that, but he's very just a regular kind of guy. Michael is a great kisser. Right? I've kissed him. He's a great kisser. He's a great kisser.
Yeah.
Why you gotta throw that one in there? Why you should throw that one in there?
Wow. And he's very, very affectionate.
Where did he kiss you at? In
Where
the
did he kiss me at? Where do you think he kissed me?
Cap. I don't believe that shit. Michael didn't go down on you.
Come on in. He's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing.
Quincy Jones in the back.
I love all the girls in the balcony.
I love all the girls in the balcony. For a lot of people that don't know, Quincy Jones is actually Rashida Jones' dad, Aaron Kadada Jones. But a lot of people don't know Rashida. A lot of people know Rashida Jones from The Office and a couple other shows, right? But yeah, that's pretty dope. That's cool. It's trippy, you know, but You don't expect it when you hear it for the first time, but it's cool.
Hey, well, Katharine Hepburn, who is a dear friend of mine, she told me I should.
Who's that?
I'm doing it for her, okay? And the girls in the back.
And the girls in the balcony. Oh, look at that fish. I bet you he got his man to come up there and just pick out the fish, huh? He went to the fish market. Which I don't really think is the best word for women, but I mean, I guess it's a good adjective, but sometimes, but I don't like the word.
Guy, he was chasing girls.
Yeah, we knew him to do that.
He was the big girl chaser.
Called it fishing. He looked around for all the hot girls.
He said, "Ooh, look at some good fish."
Next up. Next up is easy.
Oh man, y'all really trying to copyright strike me. I gotta mute this part. Hold up, yo. Where's the mute button? Oh, he's just grabbing ass and humping. I mean, I don't really prove nothing, but this is all choreography stuff, so. Oh. Oh no, you can't play that one. That's a copywriter. Oh, snap. Okay, it's done.
But I can sit here under oath or any other way you want it, and I'm gonna.
What is that language? Io sono cattolico e. I feel like I want to say it's Italian. It don't look like Portuguese really, and it kind of look a little off from Spanish. So I don't know.
Staunch Catholic, I'll swear on the Bible, Michael is not gay.
I swear on the Bible.
Nor has he ever been gay. He's confided in me that certain women that he had relationships with, he wasn't.
Who is this dude, Michael? I don't know him, but I'm assuming he's somebody. They filming him, right? They filming me too, so I'm somebody now.
Public about any of it. Because, you know, you don't want the fans to think you're tied down. They don't have that shot of getting to you.
I went to his home, Neverland, and he pulled out all of the stops.
Whitney. Rest in peace, Whitney. So many people dead, man. That's crazy. So many greats. You know, it's like a lot of greats have this this weight on their shoulders, you know, and they got a monkey on their back or something, you know. But I know drugs affect a lot of the legends' deaths, you know. Even Michael, Prince, Whitney. I feel like I want to say Jackie Wilson too, but I'm not sure, you know. But a lot of people though.
He picked me up in a helicopter, and I got to the house, and he had a coach and buggy pick me up from the gate to his home.
Oh snap! Check the crown. Check the crown. That's the king of pop.
Michael told me about.
For me, he's the king of R&B.
About being on the set of a movie, and one of the leading ladies invited him to her room to watch a movie, and.
Holy surprised emoji looking ass over here. This guy's a whole Apple emoji right now, just looking shocked as hell.
And I guess they were saying would be she jumped his bones.
I know some of the stars.
She jumped the bones.
Stars that Michael had been with.
I feel like that's Italian.
I'll take that to my grave.
What's it?
Michael had been
bones.
I know some of the stars that Michael had been with. I'll take that to my grave.
Why? Just tell us. We want to know. Why would you hint that shit? Why would you hint that shit at us and not tell us, right? I want to know now, but I'm going to have to guess. Obviously, Madonna was on there because, come on, Madonna fucked everybody. Maybe that B girl in the beginning that he kept looking out for. I feel like she might have been on a list. I don't know how anyone would have. I don't know how any, you know, musical woman or just fan of Michael or anything like that would say no to him. You know, I don't see it. But hold up, was that Madonna right there?
Michael had been with. I'll take
like
that.
I recognize them thick ass eyebrows.
Was he a pedophile?
No, we don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Not at all.
Being a father myself and being a man, men know men. He had the desires of women like we do.
In fact, they say he had at least 2 girlfriends, dispelling that other rumor.
We had a curtain that covered the back seat. You couldn't see in the back seat. They talked back there and, you know.
So he's making out in the back seat?
Or chewing loud gum.
It sounds like you're chaperoning 2 teenagers on a date.
Chewing loud gum.
That was cute for us.
Right.
You want to be honest? There was a girl that I took from that party back home, and I couldn't stay there and do
Yo,
it.
ain't that like Nick Carter or something like that? Right? I think so. Which group? Like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or something like that? I don't know.
Well, actually, I saw Michael take a girl home from his own party, too.
But I heard him mention this idea of pornography.
Oh, I seen this dude Tom Mesereau, the lawyer on. I seen him on Vlad, right? And again, he defend Michael too, posthumously. He's defending Michael after his death. He doesn't even have to. He doesn't have to say, "Yo, the case was all trash. It was bull. It was all made up." He didn't have to say it was a sham. You know, he didn't have to say that after he did, but he vocally said that. For what reason? He wasn't getting paid no more.
Well, he's correct. They found approximately 90 girly magazines in Michael Jackson's home. Playboy, Hustler, Penthouse. His fingerprints were on them. He had bought them. They never found any kiddie porn on computer.
Mike was nasty, huh? You know that greasy uncle, you go to his house and he got porno magazines somewhere hidden and you just find them? Yeah.
Computers or anywhere else. And I used that fact in my closing argument to explain why this guy is not a pedophile. So, a lot of things that the media picked up and gave you a surface impression about were not at all what they were made to seem.
I made a list of
No,
things.
they manipulated, the media created a whole narrative and ran with it for like 30 years. Ever since he made that song, they don't really care about us. Ever since he made that song, this whole narrative was framed. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is people don't like to think outside or look at angles and look at why something would go on for so long and he'd never be convicted of it. You know, some people are so small-minded, they just hear something from TV, hear something from the media, even look at memes. Nowadays, these new age kids are just looking at memes and then that's their information. They don't research it, they don't do no cross-referencing, they don't try to back it up, nothing. They just accept it as the truth, which is fucking crazy. But that's life now.
When I get angry enough, I write down what I want to say and what I want to talk about to set the record straight. Because you get to a point where you get tired of people lying. I get tired of situations like this, where people completely lie on me, and I'm sick of it.
You know what's crazy too about this interview? I remember, or it was like an interrogation or whatever. It was some, you know, like they were filming because it was a court thing. It was a court thing or whatever, or police investigation thing. But when this came out, he was just pouring his heart out too. He was just pouring his heart out and trying to set the record straight on so many different facets because there was just so many crazy ass rumors going on about him, right? And he just pouring his heart out. And I remember the media just came out and said, all they came up with was, look at his nose. They started just gossiping about his nose, right? Because they didn't see him as a human being, you know? Anyone that's successful can't be a human being no more. They just got to be some kind of like, you know, you're better than us, so we hate you. We want to see you fall. It's crazy. Oh, shit. Well, damn. I mean, that's the video, but yeah, it's tragic, man. He died. He passed away, and it's crazy how long it's been. I feel like it's been like 10 years now, maybe 8 years. I don't know. Don't quote me on that because time flies for me. I live in my own world, so, you know, don't judge me for being really bad with dates and having a really bad sense of timing or time, you know. But yeah, it's tragic, and I feel like I blame the people really because, you know, y'all talked about Michael like a dog. You know, y'all talk so dirty about him, so greasy about him, just the most foulest shit. Just imagine any human being. Imagine it being you having to go through all of that. Every time you turn the TV on, your name get brought up, and it's the most foulest, disgusting narrative about you, and you just have to sit there and take it, you know. But he was a brilliant businessman. I believe he owned the Beatles catalog, and yeah, I don't want to say they had to take him out because I don't like to be a conspiracy theorist sometimes, but sometimes I love to. But it's just weird, you know. People in that kind of power don't usually get You know what I mean? Don't usually just wind up dead out of nowhere, you know? That's not really a commonality, especially the life that he lived and the luck that he had and all the hard work he put in. I don't see it. I don't know. But hey, it's another episode of the No Pigeon Podcast. Like and subscribe, comment if you disagree, comment if you agree. You know what I mean? Just say what's up. Email me if you got any video ideas, and yeah, holla at me. Peace.